So one of our traditions here on Dad's Rank Things is we combine the new year, 2025 this time around, with sports. And so we always celebrate that with our Dad's Rank Things sports predictions for the year. Now,
6 in a row.
Six in a row.
6-1.
And as weird as we've gotten on some of these over the years, we've actually got things right. And no one ever would have thought that when they were watching these in January or February, whenever, thinking like these guys are idiots. And then here we are a year later and said, ha ha, you're the idiot. Idiot.
We placed bets on some of these.
Oh yeah, we've done parlays.
Correct.
We've done your Chicago parlay. Killed me.
So the reveal this time is what we got right in 2024. We got 3 out of the 6 correct. In January for the whole year, we got 3 out of 6, which is crazy.
God. We had 50%?
50%.
Did we parlay any of that? I don't remember parlaying any of that.
All right, so here's the 3, the breakdown. I got 2 right.
Oh
Tyler
my
got
God.
1 right. Okay, we'll do my first one.
Okay.
I said breakdancing would be the trending watch in the Olympics. Sure enough, you know the memes that came out. Breakdancing was the trending watch in the Olympics.
Did you?
But second part of it.
Did you mean it in the way that it happened?
Probably not. No, I said
Okay.
like for serious. Probably they'd watch
Okay.
it. Okay, but the second part of my
For
prediction.
serious.
My second part of my prediction is I will say unfortunately, but fortunately wrong because my prediction was the U.S. wouldn't even medal. U.S. actually got 3rd, the bronze medal. His name was B-Boy Victor. He got the bronze medal for the U.S. I was right and wrong at the same time in that prediction.
B-boy Victor.
B-Boy
He
Victor
got 3rd.
brought home 3rd, baby. He got the
Okay.
bronze.
Oh my God, that's a great recap. I could end the show right now on that alone.
Back to the Olympics. This is Tyler's correct guess. He said that the U.S. women's soccer would win the gold, and
I
just
did?
like he said.
I was questioning it the other day. I was like, I probably said we wouldn't win the gold.
Nope, you said they would, and they got it. So they got it done. So that is his correct guess. And my correct guess was that the Celtics would win the NBA championship. Yep, I called it 4 months before it actually happened.
Did you
which
bet
is
money on
crazy.
it at that time?
I did, yes. And she won, so congratulations to me. But it wasn't against the Lakers. So that was my second part of being
That's
against the
okay.
Lakers, and that Bronny would stay in college.
Oh,
Incorrect
ouch.
on that. He came out.
That was
and
a
of course,
3-parter.
Yeah.
That would have been a hell of a parlay
He
if
did
you
not
hit all
stay in
that.
school. He came in and visited his dad. So that was the incorrect part of the guess. So, but 3 out of 6 is
Wow,
a pretty good range.
we did really, and we took some gambles, especially with breakdancing.
Okay, my number 3 is pretty crazy. But I say this is the year that we finally get a double-digit seed to win the NCAA tournament.
To win the whole thing.
To win the whole thing. This is the final year. Because in my opinion, this year it's complete chaos. The NIL, in my opinion, has been the breakdown of everything that we hold sacred, of the powerhouses in college basketball.
Well, now think about that. Maybe I think the one sport still surviving NIL is college basketball.
You think?
I think. And if you're going to say a double-digit seed will win the tournament, that could be your proof that it didn't have any effect on who was going to play in the national championship. You
Yep.
could give SEC has the most money, I think, for NIL.
Right.
You see the decline of
yeah.
ACC because they don't have, those schools don't have as much money,
Right.
but that doesn't mean they can't make a run if they're an 11 seed and
Right.
win the title. And I think
Right.
that's where you're going. It would prove maybe
Yep.
NIL doesn't matter for that sport.
And I did some research, and this is the second part of my prediction, is that the team's mascot will be a dog. A legit dog, not like an underdog, but it's going to be
A
an actual
terrier
dog. The
or
mascot's
a
gonna be a dog.
Hoya.
Because interesting, because in the lower minor conferences, more mascots are named after dogs than in the power conferences.
Interesting. Interesting.
skew.
I like this bet. It's a hot topic now. It may not be. He may not exist in the league by the time we come around a year. But my prediction for number 3 is that Sam Darnold joins a new team. Okay,
That's not bold. Come on, man.
becomes the starter,
Okay.
Of that
might be
team.
bold.
and I wavered on if they'll make the playoffs or not. But I think that he will remain their starter the whole year.
Okay.
And he will then host an episode of Ghost Hunters. As
Why Ghost Hunters?
Sammy Darnold has a famous meme, you should see it, when he's playing really bad for the Jets, and they pan to him on the bench, and he says, "I'm seeing ghosts." And you can read his lips clear as day.
That's a good pairing.
There's your pairing.
So the 2 and 3 are going to be tough of him remaining the starter all year. Okay. Him joining a new team, I can see that.
and the starter,
Start
and
the
you're
whole
like,
year,
okay.
nah, I don't
And the
know.
whole year is my guess.
I don't know.
I
Depends on how much he
almost
gets
said
paid.
I almost said to make the playoffs, but I didn't go that far. Number 2 for me, Caitlin Clark thrives in the WNBA in year 2 even more so, and is named the MVP of the league.
Give me the bold part.
But the bold part is, surprisingly, she marries Victor Wembanyama in a surprise 2025 wedding. And to top it off, he takes her last name, and he goes by Vic Clark the rest of his career.
Sounds like a wrestler name. Oh my God, that's pretty good. I bet she would win the MVP. I'd probably put money back now that she will next year.
Okay.
Marrying somebody who's a foot and a half taller than her, though, I don't see that. From what I gather, Victor's personality doesn't necessarily lend himself towards being.
No. Caitlin's personality doesn't lend itself that way either in a lot of senses.
But to marry the leagues, awesome. I mean, talk about from a marketing perspective.
That'd be great.
That's awesome.
That'd be great.
I'm taking her name. I would rather see Caitlin Wembanyama in the WNBA though than Vic Clark in the NBA. That's for sure.
Vic Clark, baby, he's MVP candidate. Vic Clark.
He just doesn't look like a Vic Clark. That's funny.
Can I get my number one? So let's say you're number one
right,
from
go.
the top, since you won more last year than I did. So my number one bold sports predictions, I think is how we titled these in the past, is that, and I don't know, I'm not saying what school, but there will be a school that has sports gambling as a major in 2025. Someone will come out with it, and I don't know what they'll name it: sports betting, sports gambling, sports investment, but it will be all courses related to finance and math. And then it will get into very specific things about VIG, etc. And then the bold part of that prediction, Jones and Tyler will be asked to never give guidance.
Oh, I thought you were going to say teach the class.
No,
We'll
we'll actually get letters that say, please don't come to our campus and stay away from our sports betting class.
Here's where I think some of yours could come true. I don't know if sports betting would be taught in college as a major itself, but I think EFTs and Bitcoin and those kinds of things all run itself into one digital wallet.
And that could be a course in that.
Right, and sports betting would be encompassed in that. It's very interesting.
But I think if you're a small school and you had sports betting as a major, kids would come to.
Right.
Kids are dumb. They'll come to your school.
But there's a lot of money to be made if you are a really good prop bettor that could write content or do video content.
Oh, sure, yeah.
I mean,
and then
you're
you
an
have to spin off.
influencer.
Maybe communication we could house
into
that.
it. Correct.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
That's a good one. So you went on the education level. I don't know if we've ever had an education-specific bold sports
I don't think we
battle.
have.
But sports betting was a $15 billion economy last year.
Yep.
So just keeps on growing. All right, my number 2. I always have a LeBron James. For the past 6 years, it's been a LeBron James prediction. My bet goes on he doesn't retire this year. Not a shocker, right? That he's still doing well.
Yeah.
Here's the interesting part, is that he waits until Bryce, his middle son, gets out of college and then still plays that year. So
How
he
many
doesn't
years
retire.
left do we have?
He's only got 1 year left on his contract. So
No, I mean until
potentially he could retire.
Bryce gets to.
Oh, he's a senior in college right now. He's going to Arizona next year. So he's only got to do 1 more year in the league after this year. But again, he'll be 43 by that point of playing in the league with his 2 sons. But that's, I think, his goal.
Wow, that's a bold prediction.
Plays at 43.
But we can't really see that through until like 2027.
True.
I'll
But I don't think he
I'll
retires
forget
this
by
year.
then.
This year he doesn't retire.
Okay.
That's my bet.
That one's weak.
All right, my number 1, and it goes to technology. It's funny, our top 2 based on technology. My bet is that the MLB will implement AI and have an automated strike zone this year.
They talk about it every year.
So why do you need umps anymore to call what's in the zone versus out of the zone? Either it is or it isn't, right? So automated AI using that technology makes sense. And all the umpires do is basically call safe and outs. And that's it in the game.
So the home plate umpire will still keep track of the count.
Correct.
He stands back
But he wouldn't
there.
be solely responsible for calling balls and strikes. Maybe it's an assist instead of fully automated.
Yeah.
But I think AI comes into play this year in the MLB.
You're saying it happens this year.
That happened this year. Yep. And the bold part, Aaron Boone still is the first manager to get ejected by a robot.
Oh,
Because he's led the league in ejections for the past 3 years.
no,
so what's
that
gonna
would be
change?
a goal of mine to get ejected by a robot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
robot
like
just
maybe I could
throws
do
you-
that in my college gig.
Do you have robot assistants on the sidelines in soccer?
Soccer's too subjective.
Well, it wasn't offsides, not offsides.
Offside, yeah.
Yeah.
AI?
Do they have
Yeah.
technology to
Yeah, not at my level, but-
reviews?
yeah, VAR is like that's the whole world. Like they have the line.
Yeah.
They'll have like little robot guy like where the player was, and they'll pause it and they'll create the line if he was offside from the goal or not. It's all into the technology already. So
Could be coming.
yeah.
So let us know in the comments, what do you think is your bold sports prediction? And after we read them, maybe we'll bet on them.
Sadly,
bet on everything.
we will.